Welcome to the Warriors Haven podcast, the place where discipline meets purpose and everyday people become unstoppable. I'm your host, Jeshia Sutherland, a retired Army drill sergeant, single mom, and the founder of the Warriors Haven. Around here, we talk fitness, mindset, and the mission of building a stronger you, mentally, physically, and financially. Because this isn't just about the gym. It's about life, leadership, and living on your terms. So gear up, lock in, and let's step into the haven where warriors are made. Hey friends, I am so excited for this next episode on the Warriors Haven. I spent all week in and out of conversations with so many amazing professionals in the line of our medical world. And I was so fascinated with connections in these conversations that I wanted to make an entire episode on it, which I think for so many of us, understanding our burnout and the correlations and connections that lead to it, I think we're going to have quite a few aha moments throughout this episode. So stick around with me as I dive into this. So many of us hear the connection between our bodies and our brain, and also the connection with our brain and our heart, and why it's so important to take better care of ourselves. But what if I told you that we also have the connection with our mouth? I know, insane, but stick with me. Imagine a high-achieving professional, maybe a CEO or a busy working parent who runs on coffee, forgets lunch, stays late at work, and crashes into bed exhausted. Day after day, they push through fatigue and stress, proud of their productivity, but oblivious to what's being drained inside their body. If you're listening to this podcast, maybe this sounds a little like you. Burnout isn't just a buzzword. It's a quiet crisis that wears down both mind and body. In fact, a recent report found 79% of employees feel work-related stress, with nearly 3 in 5 reporting negative impacts like lack of energy or motivation. Over a third even experience cognitive weariness, basically brain fog, and 44% report physical fatigue, a 38% increase since just a few years ago. That constant stress and exhaustion isn't just in your head. It causes very real changes in your body. 2/3 of employees say work stress has become a big source of strain. Long-term stress dumps stress hormones like cortisol into our body, which can raise your blood pressure and speed up your heart rate. Over time, that can hurt your blood vessels and raise your risk of high blood pressure, heart attacks, and stroke. How serious is it? One global analysis by the World Health Organization, WHO, found that regularly working 55 plus hours a week, something many go-getters wear as a badge of honor, is linked to a 35% higher risk of stroke and a 17% higher risk of dying from heart disease compared to a 40-hour work week. In other words, burnout can literally break your heart. Yet, these health warning signs often go unnoticed by busy adults until a major crisis hits. High blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason, and we rarely connect brain fog or low mood to our nonstop lifestyle. But today, we're going to uncover a fascinating web of connections, a true aha moment between 3 things you might never have realized were related: your mouth, your heart, and your brain. We'll explore how skipping something as simple as flossing or as basic as a daily walk can quietly set the stage for serious problems like heart disease, stroke, and your memory and thinking getting worse over time. And most importantly, we'll talk about how nutrition and fitness are secret weapons to protect your health, even when you're busy. Consider this a wake-up call, not a scolding, but an empowering revelation that caring for yourself is not just possible in a hectic life, it's essential. By the end of this episode, you'll understand the science of how your lifestyle affects your brain, mouth, and heart, and you'll have hope and practical tips for turning things around. Stick around. These aha moments are coming. They might just change your life. Let's start with one of the most overlooked wellness habits, taking care of your mouth. If you are a burnt out professional, flossing might be the first thing you skip when you're tired. But here's a staggering fact. Gum disease affects over 40% of US adults over the age of 30. And it's not just about bad breath or losing teeth. Gum disease is a long-lasting infection of your gums that causes swelling and irritation. And guess what? That swelling doesn't stay only in your mouth. Your mouth and your heart are connected. As one heart doctor put it, in recent years, researchers have found more and more evidence that gum disease is linked with a higher risk of serious heart and blood vessel problems, including heart attacks and strokes. Think about that for a second. The sticky buildup on your teeth and the gunky buildup in your arteries might be related. In fact, dentists and doctors have found the same germs that cause gum infections hiding in the fatty gunk that can clog arteries. These mouth germs can get into your blood through bleeding gums, like when you brush or floss if your gums are unhealthy, and travel through your body. Then your body's defense system reacts, and that can cause swelling inside your blood vessels. Over time, this long-term swelling can lead to arteries getting hard and narrow, and it can also make blood clots more likely, which can set the stage for a heart attack or stroke. How strong is the connection? It's eye-opening. One Harvard Health publication noted that people with gum disease are about twice as likely to have a heart attack compared to those with healthy gums. And a brand new scientific statement from the American Heart Association, published this year in 2025, confirmed that many studies have found strong links between gum disease and a higher risk of heart attack, stroke, heart failure, and other heart and blood vessel problems. It's not just that they share common risk factors like smoking or diabetes. Newer evidence suggests gum disease itself may add to heart problems, likely through germs and swelling pathways. Here's an aha moment. A study highlighted by the American Academy of Neurology found that having both gum disease and cavities was linked to an 86% higher risk of stroke compared to having a healthy mouth. Even having healthy gums alone without cavities raised stroke risk by 44%. Also, people with poor mouth health gum disease with cavities had a 36% higher risk of a major heart and brain event, like a heart attack or a stroke, than those with healthy teeth and gums. That's a huge tide difference in just the part of mouth care. On the flip side, those who said they got regular dental visits had 81% lower odds of having such severe mouth problems, suggesting that caring for your teeth and gums can truly pay off in protecting your heart and brain. If you've been skipping the dentist because life is packed, these numbers are a wake-up call. Gum disease often starts quietly. Maybe your gums bleed a little when you brush, which many people ignore. That early stage can grow into deeper gum infection, where pockets form around the teeth and germs get trapped. It can stick around for a long time, and as we see, it can affect your whole body. The good news is that prevention is simple. Brushing, flossing, and regular dental checkups aren't just about a pretty smile. They're an important part of protecting your health. One study even found that people who brushed their teeth at least 3 times a day had much lower levels of body swelling and about half the 10-year risk of serious heart problems compared to those who brushed once or not at all. That's a normal daily habit turned into a life-saving habit. So the next time you're about to collapse into bed without brushing, or you want to cancel that dentist appointment, remember, your mouth is not separate from the rest of you. As one doctor said, your mouth is a gateway to the rest of your body. Keeping it healthy can help keep your arteries healthy. It's a surprising connection, a true aha moment that something as simple as flossing can potentially help you avoid a heart attack or a stroke. We've seen how mouth health can influence heart health, but what about your brain? This is where things get even more fascinating. It turns out your gums may be quietly giving clues about your brain health too. There's growing evidence that poor mouth health is connected not only to strokes, which directly affect the brain, but also to memory and thinking getting worse over time, and even Alzheimer's disease. One recent CDC study found a clear link between the mouth health and a subjective cognitive decline. That's when people say they often feel confused or forgetful. Middle-aged and older adults with poor mouth health had a much higher rate of self-operated memory issues, 13.6% compared to only 7.7% in those with good mouth health. In plain terms, people who lost more teeth or had more gum problems were more likely to have brain fog or forgetfulness. On the other hand, those who kept up with dental care, like getting a regular dental checkup in the past year, had a lower risk of memory and thinking problems. In one analysis, about 23% lower risk of middle-aged adults. Keeping good mouth health and seeing the dentist regularly might be one way to help lower early memory problems. Who would have thought? Flossing and dental cleanings as part of our brain fitness routine. The connections go even deeper, literally into the brain. Researchers have found that the germs involved in gum disease don't just cause trouble in your mouth, they also travel and cause trouble in your brain. One major germ in long-term gum disease has a long name, and I might actually mess it up, so I do apologize. Porphyromonas gingivalis. Scientists have found tiny traces of this gum germ code inside the brains of people who died from Alzheimer's disease. There's even evidence that this germ can set off the brain's immune response and may be connected to the buildup of sticky plaque in the brain, which is one of the big signs of Alzheimer's. In other words, a long-term infection in your mouth might spark swelling in your brain that, over many years, could play a role in brain diseases like dementia. Several large studies support this link. An analysis of thousands of older adults showed that those with signs of gum disease and infections had higher chances of developing Alzheimer's or other dementias in the following years, especially having infection fighters called antibodies against the gum germ, P. gingivalis, was linked to a higher risk of Alzheimer's disease. Now, a link doesn't prove gum disease causes dementia, but the connection is strong and it suggests that treating mouth infections might be an overlooked way to help protect our brains. At the very least, it's one risk factor we can actually do something about. If untreated gum disease can quietly drain your brain backup power by increasing swelling or causing tiny damage over time, then fixing it might help you stay sharper longer. And let's not forget strokes, a major brain event. We already mentioned that striking stat. People with unhealthy gums, gum disease, and tooth decay had almost double the risk of a blocked blood flow stroke. Strokes happen when blood cannot get to that part of the brain, often because of a clot, and they are a leading cause of disability. By now, you can see the picture. Your mouth affects your blood vessels, and those blood vessels feed both heart and brain. A clogged artery can cause a heart attack if it's in the heart, or a stroke if it's in the brain. So bleeding gums today could, in a roundabout but real way, help lead to a bleeding stroke or a blocked vessel in your brain years from now. It is a bit scary, but also empowering, because unlike some risk factors for memory and thinking problems like genetics or aging, mouth care is totally in your control. This is a huge aha moment. Caring for your gums and teeth isn't just about looks or avoiding tooth pain. It might protect your memory and independence later in life. Picture yourself in your 70s or 80s, still mentally sharp and considering something as simple as daily flossing. Could have been part of the reason why. If that doesn't motivate you to grab dental floss tonight, I don't know what will. So we've talked about the mouth, but now let's talk about what goes into that mouth. Nutrition is a huge piece of the puzzle connecting brain, heart, and overall health, especially for busy adults who often run on quick, not always healthy foods. The old saying, "You are what you eat," isn't far from the truth. Food can help your body heal, or it can slowly harm you, depending on what you choose. Let's be honest. When you're burning the candle on both ends, it's easy to grab fast food or live on vending machine snacks and call it a day. But a poor diet will come back to bite you, and not just by tightening your waistband. Diets high in sugar, unhealthy fats, and processed foods increase swelling in the body, mess with the good bacteria in your gut and mouth, and leave you low on important nutrients your body needs. Over time, this raises your risk of problems like obesity, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure. All major risk factors for heart disease and memory and thinking getting worse over time. For example, too much sugar in your blood over a long time can damage blood vessels in the heart and brain. Too much unhealthy fat can clog arteries that feed both the heart and the thinking parts of your brain. It's all connected. Here's an everyday example. Imagine our exhausted professional friend skips breakfast, then grabs a donut and a latte on the go. That sugar rush feeds not just them, but also the bad germs in their mouth, helping cavities and gum swelling. Their blood sugar spikes, then crashes, leaving them mentally foggy by mid-morning. Lunch is a quick burger and fries at the desk. Lots of salt and unhealthy fat, but missing the fiber, vitamins, and body-protecting nutrients that fruit, vegetables, and whole grains would give you. By 3 p.m., they're nodding off, so they chug a soda, more sugar, which again feeds gum disease, those germs, and adds to body swelling. Dinner might be freezer food or takeout with fresh fruit ingredients. Day after day of this pattern, and it's no wonder the body's tanks are empty. I call this high-calorie malnutrition. Plenty of calories, but not enough real nutrition. Statistically, this is more common than you might think. According to the CDC, only 1 in 10 adults eat the recommended amounts of fruits and vegetables. That means 90% of us are missing out on fiber, nutrients, and minerals that protect our hearts and brain. Those nutrients, like cell-protecting helpers in berries or omega-3 fats in fish or folate in greens, act like armor against damage and swelling. Diets rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats have shown to lower the risk of heart disease and stroke. In fact, research shows that what's good for the heart is good for the brain. The same healthy eating patterns like the Mediterranean diet or the DASH diet that reduce heart attacks are also linked to lower rates of Alzheimer's and dementia. One study even found that following the MIND diet, a mix of Mediterranean and DASH made for brain health, was linked to a slower memory decline and stronger brain backup, helping people keep thinking skills longer even if brain changes started to happen. On the other side, a Western diet, high in processed meats, fried foods, sugary drinks, and white breads, pasta, has been called bad for both heart and brain. It increases risk for high blood pressure, clogged arteries, and diabetes. And those problems, in turn, greatly raise the risk of memory problems later. For example, having diabetes roughly doubles the risk of dementia. High blood pressure in midlife strongly predicts later memory decline. So every time we hit the drive-thru or eat a whole pint of ice cream under stress, we might feel comfort in the moment, but we're also pushing our bodies deeper into the swelling and damage that can lead to heart disease and brain aging. Now, this isn't about guilt tripping anyone. It's about power. The amazing truth is it's never too late to change direction. Your body can bounce back when you start feeding it better. Even older adults in studies saw brain benefits when they improved their diets. And for heart health, food changes can help fast. Cutting back on salt can lower blood pressure within weeks. Eating more sticky fiber like oats, beans, flax can improve cholesterol. More fruits and veggies can improve blood vessel function and lower swelling markers. Think of food as your energy source for today's performance and your future health. A nutrient-dense meal isn't just about preventing disease decades from now. It can give you more steady energy and clearer thinking by this afternoon. If you're busy, start small. Add one fruit at breakfast. Swap the afternoon candy bar for a handful of nuts. Include a side salad or colorful veggies with dinner. These aren't huge overhauls, but they add up. Over time, your taste buds adjust and you start to enjoy whole foods more. And you'll feel the difference. Steadier energy, better mood, sharper thinking. It's like upgrading the gas in your car. Your engine, brain, and heart run smoother on real fuel instead of sugar sludge. Remember, every bite is a choice. You're either feeding disease or fighting it. One more fascinating tidbit. Nutrition also links back to mouth health directly. For example, vitamin C helps keep gums strong. Severe lack can cause bleeding gums. And even mild, low levels can increase gum swelling. Diets high in sugar create a perfect environment for mouth germs to grow. On the flip side, crunchy fruits and veggies help scrape teeth a bit and stimulate gums. And nutrients like calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus strengthen teeth. So the food you eat affects your mouth, which affects your heart and brain. A full circle, friends. So we've covered mouth care and food. Now let's talk about the other big pillar that often gets pushed aside, movement. When you're swamped, exercise can feel like a luxury you don't have time for. But think of it as basic maintenance for your body and brain because the science is powerful. Regular movement is like hitting a reset button on many harmful effects of stress and poor diet. It's also one of the best investments you can make for your heart and your brain. First, some cold hard facts. Only 1 in 4 U.S. adults meet the recommended exercise guidelines. At least 150 minutes of moderate activity a week, plus some muscle strengthening. That means most people aren't getting in the movement their bodies need. Being inactive has even been called the new smoking because it can quietly raise disease risk. If you sit most of the day, computing, commuting, desk, couch, you could be raising your risk of health problems without realizing. Now, the good news, even modest exercise helps a lot. People who meet basic exercise goals have about a 20 to 25% lower risk of dying from heart disease and other causes than people who don't move much. If you do more, like double the minimum, you can cut the risk of dying from heart problems by as much as 1/3. Translation: a few hours a week of movement could add years to your life. Exercise strengthens your heart, improves blood flow, lowers blood pressure, raises good cholesterol, helps control blood sugar, supports weight goals, and reduces swelling in your arteries. It's like a wonder medicine with good side effects, better sleep, and better mood. And mood matters because exercise is also one of the best stress tools we have. When you move, even a brisk walk, your body releases feel-good chemicals called endorphins. Over time, exercise can lower cortisol levels, meaning it helps undo some of the damage long-term stress can cause. Many burned out leaders find the daily movement actually makes them more productive and clear-headed, not less. It sounds backwards, wasting time walking when you have 1,000 tasks. But that time often pays you back with better focus and energy. Now, let's talk brain benefits because this part is inspiring. A long-term study in 2025 found that people who stayed active in midlife had a 41% lower risk of dementia later on. Those who kept exercising into their 60s, 70s, and 80s saw about a 45% lower dementia risk compared to inactive people. That's huge. More intense exercise in midlife, the kind that raises your heart rate, gave the biggest protection, but even moderate movement helped. Why does exercise help the brain? It boosts blood flow to the brain, helps the brain make growth helpers that protect brain cells, lower swelling, and help your body use insulin better, so your body handles sugar more smoothly. Some evidence suggests it may even help prevent or slow the buildup of those Alzheimer's brain plaques. In short, exercise is like fertilizer for your brain. It helps keep the wiring strong. If you're inspired but intimidated, here's the relief. You don't have to become a marathon runner. Every bit counts. One study noted that even 5 minutes of moderate exercise a day was linked to better brain health than none. And benefits increased with more minutes. Start small. 10-minute walk in the morning, 10 after lunch, 10 after dinner. That's 30 minutes. Do that 5 days a week, and you hit the goal without a gym. The key is consistency. Think of exercise like brushing your teeth, something you do regularly to stay healthy, not only when you feel out of shape. Missing a day isn't the issue. A habit of not moving is. So find something you enjoy: dancing, swimming, walking, yoga, sports, anything. Because the best exercise is the one you'll actually keep doing. Over time, you'll notice you're not just stronger, you're more emotionally too. Many people say exercise becomes their therapy, their thinking time, or their pause in a day. We've covered a lot, from germs between your teeth, to the inside of your arteries, to the brain cells firing in your head. It's all connected. So what do we do with this? If you're drowning in responsibilities, it might feel like too much, but the message is hope. The same daily habits that help you feel better today also protect you later. And you don't need a biology degree or endless free time. You can start with tiny changes. Think of your body like a houseplant. If it's drooping, you check water, sunlight, soil. Our bodies also need basics: good fuel, nutrition, regular movement, and rest and stress relief. Many burnt out people treat their bodies like a machine that can run on fumes. Eventually, that catches up. As a health scare or just feeling awful, the aha moment is this. Everything is connected. Mouth care, food, movement, stress, sleep, they all affect each other. Neglect can snowball. Stress leads to junk food, leads to weight gain and swelling, leads to a higher blood pressure, leads to feeling too tired to exercise, leads to worse sleep, and it goes on. But improvement snowballs too. Exercise helps sleep. Better sleep helps food choices. Better food lowers swelling. Lower swelling helps recovery. Healthier gums lower long-term swelling too. It becomes a positive cycle once you start. Let's put this into real life. Consider Jane, fictional 45-year-old manager and mother of 2. She's always tired, has gained 20 pounds over the last decade of desk work and fast food lunches, and her doctor says her blood pressure is creeping up. She feels mentally foggy and her gums bleed when she brushes, but she hasn't seen a dentist in 3 years because she's busy. Jane is exactly the kind of person who can turn things around with small steps. She starts by setting a reminder to floss and brush every night, 2 minutes for herself. In a couple weeks, her gums stop bleeding and she feels proud, encouraged. She swaps the sugary soda for water and notices fewer afternoon crashes. She starts walking with a coworker at lunch twice a week. Those little wins give her enough energy to make bigger changes. Prepping snacks on Sunday, doing a 20-minute beginner workout video a few mornings a week. 6 months later, she's lost some weight. Her blood pressure is back in a healthier range. Her dental checkup goes great, and she feels in control again. Same busy life, but better habits and better understanding. Now it's your turn. What's one thing you can do today to care for your mouth, heart, or brain? Maybe floss tonight for the first time in a while, gently, if your gums bleed a little. That can improve as they heal. Maybe add a vegetable with dinner or swap one takeout meal for something simple at home. Maybe set a timer to stand up every hour and stretch. Maybe take a short walk after dinner. Every tiny action is a vote for the person you want to become. Energetic, healthy, and here for a long time. I want to close with encouragement. If you've been running on empty, feeling like your health is slipping, you're not alone. And it's not because you're lazy or weak. Modern life is hard on adults and on our bodies, but you have the power to change direction. Your body can heal and get stronger when you finally give it a chance, even if you've neglected it. Your body responds when you start caring. Think of these changes not as another chore, but as self-respect, even self-kindness. You carry responsibilities, work, family, community, but you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself is one of the most responsible things you can do because it helps you show up fully for everyone else. So be the CEO of your own health. Have a quick meeting with yourself. Check the departments, mouth health, nutrition, movement, stress, and choose one improvement. Do it, adjust it, then choose the next. Just like business, small wins add up. 6 months from now, you could be celebrating huge changes. A year from now, you might not even recognize the energized person you've become. Your brain, heart, and even your smile will thank you. You'll have your own aha moments, like realizing walks spark creativity, or you don't need that third cup of coffee because you're naturally more alert. You may even inspire the people around you. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about progress and consistency. Life will happen. Late nights, rushed meals, missed workouts. That's okay. What matters is the overall direction and that you keep coming back to caring for yourself. Whenever you're ready, take the next step. Maybe it's booking a physical or a dental visit. Maybe it's stocking your pantry with better choices. Maybe it's signing up for that yoga class or a 5K. Do it on your timeline, but do it because you deserve to feel good and live well. And if you got value from today, from this episode, I have one request. Share this episode with someone you care about. We all know someone who's burning the candle at both ends and needs a friendly nudge. Sometimes all it takes is one story or one stat to spark an aha moment that changes everything. Friends, thank you for listening and investing this time in yourself. You have the knowledge. Now go use it one day at a time. Your brain will be sharper, your heart stronger, and your smile brighter for it. And that is something to smile about every single day. So as always, stay strong, stay focused, stay ready. Hi, friend. Thanks for tuning into the Warriors Haven podcast, where we turn discipline into freedom and help you build the body, mindset, and lifestyle you deserve. If today's episode fired you up or gave you just that little push you needed, don't stop here. Head on over to thewarriorshaven.com, where you'll find details on how to jumpstart the next version of you. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up for yourself every single day. So until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and stay ready. I'm Jeshia Sutherland, and you're listening to the Warriors Haven podcast. It's Jay, your favorite drill sergeant. Before you go, I want to leave you with one final thought. Knowledge is powerful, but knowledge without action changes nothing. If today's conversation helped you better understand how your brain works and gave you hope that real change is possible, then I'd love to invite you to take the next steps with us inside the Warriors Haven Inner Circle on School. It's a community built for people who are ready to stop living on autopilot and start building a life rooted in discipline, resilience, and intentional growth. Every week, you'll find practical coaching, mindset training, neuroscience-backed strategies, accountability, and a community of people committed to becoming stronger together, one decision at a time. Again, you can find the Warriors Haven Inner Circle on school.com. That's SKOOL.com. And if this episode resonated with you, I'm excited to share that my first book, The Warriors Haven Edge, is scheduled to release later this year. It's everything I've learned from the military, neuroscience, leadership, and coaching combined into a practical framework to help you rebuild your identity, reclaim your energy, and create lasting change from the inside out. You can join the exclusive book waitlist today at thewarriorshavenbook.com and be among the first to receive updates, exclusive content, and launch announcements. Again, that waitlist can be found at thewarriorshavenbook.com. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. If this episode encouraged you, challenged your thinking, or helped you see yourself differently, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Your support helps us reach more people who are searching for hope, clarity, and a path forward. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay curious, and never settle for the person you were yesterday. Your next chapter starts with the decision you make today. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, stay ready. I'll catch you on the next episode.